There we go. I think I can be heard. Let me get this there. Ah, there we go. I figured out what was goofing it all up now. Alright, for everybody who is in here, welcome. We are currently sitting here in the practice session for week. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Holy I'm so sorry, guys. I always forget to go ahead and change the audio off because I do a lot of racing on here too. Looks like what they're going over right now is today's drivers meeting. Now, with the drivers meeting today, it looks like they got Ty Williams down there. He is equating for what is the start zone right now. So as you can see, that tire to the left of that sprint car, to my knowledge, that is going to be to the start zone for tonight's race. If they don't like a start, they'll go ahead and call it back from there. Reset everybody. Outside pole jump start goes to tail. If leader jumps it or they don't like it, I believe leader gets a warning and they run it back. It's very rare that ever actually comes into play. But that way everybody kind of knows where the start is. Let me go ahead and get us back to the live broadcast. I see some sprint cars starting to move around, so I think they are finished up. We'll go ahead and get locked in with Charles New here. It does look like we are sitting on somewhere between 6 and 8 drivers tonight, so it is going to be a smaller field. Usually is, especially as we're getting into the deeper end going into the playoffs. We are halfway through the season, first 4 weeks in the books. We are here for week 5 of the Troy's Auto Detailing 360 sprints at our Williams Sealcoating 30, hosted at Lernerville. Always appreciate Williams Sealcoating being the house track sponsor for the 360 sprints. And we also appreciate Troy's Auto Detailing being the league sponsor for these. Troy, of course, my brother. If anybody ever needs any kind of car needs done in the Ohio, Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky area, you can get a hold of him via the Discord or DM us about that, and we can get everything taken care of. Or you can look him up on Google or Facebook. Take care of all your needs there as well. But I'm very excited to see how these sprints are going to line up. Just a normal points night tonight, only be $5 to win. All these drivers in here are invited to our league via a league race invite. Only way to get in here is you got to run a recruitment race, and we got to say we like you enough to actually get into the league. A lot of drivers seem to really struggle with that, unfortunately, so they were not able to make it tonight. Doing an onboard here on their qualifying run, looking at Hayden Spike Harvey. If you guys have been around the 3PG scene for a while, you know exactly who this man is. This is a guy who for a very long time, between him and Ty Williams, dominated these sprint cars. I'm very happy to see him back. Looks like he was able to get a very quick lap time in there of a 12.93 before going over the berm. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of our other drivers right now, Charles New III in that Busch Light car. Tell you what, after a day I've had, I don't know about you guys, being a lineman with all this stuff going on, I could use a Busch Light. Or maybe 10. 10 sounds pretty good right now. I think I would be the even better broadcaster with about 10 Busch Lights in me. Looks like we've got Steven Fernberg sitting in the outside pole right now with Charles New sitting in third. About 3/10 of a second behind our leader. Running, like I said, Hayden running that 12.93. Fortunately, there goes Charles. He goes over. I think that's going to be an issue tonight. Everybody seems to be going over the berm. To my knowledge, looking at the weather pattern, there's a couple different weather factors for everybody to consider, like wind and stuff like that. We'll go ahead and take a look at Matt Grimm's sprint car in the 91 machine as he brings it around turn 2, going around the backstretch. I mean, let's see. Can I make it bigger? What kind of wind are we dealing with tonight? It looks like we got wind coming out of the southwest. We got about a 90-degree track state right now. No humidity, no fog. Wind is coming in at the southwest at 30 miles per hour, so it does look like it's a pretty erratic night in Pennsylvania over here at Lernerville. Why is wind at 30 mile an hour so significant, you might ask, especially if you are unfamiliar with the sprint cars? When that wind is coming in, you can kind of see the top part of that fin. He is trying to adjust however he can to adjust for wind coming in aerodynamically going into the corner. If that wind is not exactly what you calculated your setup to be, or let's say you don't have enough throttle or too much, you can catch a weird gust, get a weird angle of it hitting the inside of your top fin for your sprint car, and as you see with Drew Junkman, it can take you over the top. Looks like we've been watching these drivers battle out all this with all this for a while today, so I'm very curious to kind of see where everybody turns out in qualifying. Like I said, as we're sitting here waiting for everything to finish up, looks like we're sitting with Hayden Spike. Oh, as looks like Drew goes again. As we're sitting with Hayden Spike Harvey as our pole sitter. Second place outside pole is going to be held by Matt Grimm. Inside second row is looking like Steven Fernberg, followed by Ty Williams in that fourth place spot. Running out the top five is going to be Drew Junkman, and in that sixth place position is going to be Charles New the third. Other than that, I think that's pretty much everybody. I don't think we're waiting on anybody else. So it looks like we'll probably get ready to get this advanced and get ready to go racing. Alright, and I see my name and our race control members popping up on the qualifying times. Looks like we're going to get ready and get lined up for the heat. Let me go ahead and make sure I am in it. So here is an in-car view. If I was in this heat race tonight, boys, this is exactly what our view would look like. We would be sitting in that, looks like,
the estimated SOF is
we'd be sitting in 5th place right now if I was to pull out on this track. Definitely not going to do that and make it, really, really interesting if we can. Who do you guys think's going to end up winning this race tonight? Looks like it's only going to be one heat. So it should be a very interesting start. If I remember correctly, I believe it's going to be Hayden Harvey sitting on the pole with Matt Grimm sitting in second. Third place is going to be Steven Fernberg, followed by Ty Williams in fourth. Fifth place is going to be held by Drew Junkman in that Rusty's car directly in front of me. Sitting in sixth is going to be the Busch Light car of Charles New the third. Seventh and eighth, I believe, would be held by our two race control members, but unlike me, they're not cool enough to sit in a car. So we'll sit in here and wait until I have to announce it. See everybody in here? Everybody should be getting ready to go, and we'll probably go 1 to green as we come out of the pit. Who do you guys think is going to win tonight? I can promise you Justin Hart 5 is not going to win it, as I am sitting here announcing as I'm getting choked up on my own words. What do you guys think you got? I think I'm going to go with Hayden Harvey. I know it's cliche to go with the guy in first place, but I think he's got it. I think he's going to be able to make it happen. I think he's going to be good to go on that aspect, so we'll see if he can get everything done. Other than that, get all my controls up. I'm kind of shocked we're still sitting here. The one downside to iRacing, its 2-minute timer can be egregiously long, unfortunately. Especially if not everybody gets into the session. All jokes aside, I think they're about ready to start moving. So I'm going to go ahead and hop out of here so we can get back to normal process as follows. Alrighty. Terrible camera angles while we were sitting here in the pits, but let's go ahead and take a look at our starters. Again, the number 55 car of Hayden Harvey. You can't just get a good view, can you? It's a brutal. There we go. That's a little better. That nice big bronze orange looking machine. The number 55 of Hayden Harvey. Outside pole is going to be the number 91 car of Matt Grimm. Second row inside is going to be the 029 of Steven Fernberg. Sitting in fourth place is going to be that number 21 machine of Ty Williams. I want to see if we can do this guy some justice. I know he has.
green.
Hey. Oh, we weren't even live. I apologize. What a terrible broadcaster I am. Fifth is Drew Junkman. Sixth is Charles New the third. But let's go ahead and get live and get back to racing. Hayden Harvey's going to be our leader as he's taking him into turn 3 and 4. It looks like he's going to be the leader coming out of lap 1. Second place is going to be held by Matt Grimm, but you got Ty Williams fighting as hard as he can to get through on the inside line there. Matt Grimm sitting in third place with Charles New on his bumper in fourth. Hayden Harvey Hayden Spike Harvey back like he never left. But I tell you what, Ty Williams is sitting in second place. I don't know what it is, but the second Hayden gets here, Ty is like a magnet. He's coming for him. He went from fourth to second. He's seeing what he can do. Matt Grimm's going to round out your top three podium position at the moment, with Charles doing everything he can to catch him in that fourth place spot. As we're sitting here with lap 4 of 8, as Hayden Harvey brings him around, leading all 5 laps so far. I tell you what, Hayden's looking real good, but that battle behind him is looking even better. Ty Williams is going to throw the slider going into turn 3. Matt Grimm's going to hold that outside line, and he's going to hold in third place. Ty Williams is going to lead 3 laps to go. Not lead, but be in second place, actually. Hayden is still about a second to a second and a half ahead of them. Ty Williams doing everything he can to try to make that middle work in turns 3 and 4. He's going to still sit in front of Matt. Matt's going to throw the slider. Ooh, he clears him. Does Ty cross? Ty crosses. He's going to throw it right back. It's close. I don't think he's going to truly throw it. Matt's going to hold the outside. Matt leads the lap. White flag this time by. Oh, they touch. Matt gets outside. Matt's over. He saves it. Holy crap. That was a heck of a lap. Let's see if we can go ahead and check out the previous lap there from a far chase angle. Go ahead and everybody give me your opinion. What do you guys think happened here? We'll let race control. Oh, the session advanced to the warm-up. I apologize about that. It looks like we'll go ahead and take a look at that later on. Let's go ahead and check out during our warm-up what we're going to have for tonight's feature. Looks like we're sitting with the number 55 of Hayden's going to be on our pole. Ty Williams is sitting on outside pole in second place. Charles New the third is sitting in third place. Fourth place will be held by the 91 car of Matt Grimm. Fifth place is going to be held by the 029 of Steven Fernberg. Sixth place is going to be held by the number 21 of Drew Junkman. And that is going to round out our field, as the other 3 are part of race control. Looks like we're going to sit here and wait for the warm-up to finish. Gives the track a little bit more time to get slickened up, as we'll take about a 2-minute interval, as I'll leave the camera on our drivers as we watch them in this warm-up session, getting ready for the feature. Alrighty. We are back. Warm up is finished. We are here. It is the feature. It is time to get down to racing. We are here for 30 laps tonight of the Williams Seal Coating and Paving 30 at Lernerville for week 5. I gotta come up with better names, but we're gonna get there for the Troy's Auto Detailing 360 Sprints. We are here. Hayden Harvey is going to be your pole sitter in tonight's race. It looks like Ty Williams is going to be sitting on outside pole. Charles New, the third, is sitting in that third place position. Fourth place is going to be held by Matt Grimm. Fifth place is the 029 machine of Steven Fernberg, with rounding out the tail is going to be the number 21 car of Drew Junkman. Let's go ahead and get ready for a clean feature. We got 30 laps and some of the best drivers we can get for 3PG. Like I said, this is an invitational only league. If you do not get an invite, you cannot run here. The only way you can get an invite here is if you would like to run one of our recruitment races and we deem you good enough of a driver or clean enough to come into our field and take a crack at it. Tonight's payouts is going to be $5 to the winner. Outside of that, of course, these guys are running for over $1,000 in total payouts for the top 5 for the season. As we are sitting here in week 5, a lot of people has already made the playoffs as we do the normal chase format. You win and you're in. Of course, with the 200 points minimum. A lot of these drivers still need a win to get into the playoffs. Hayden Spike Harvey, he needs a win to get in. Charles New III, he needs a win and he can lock himself in. Matt Grimm needs a win, and he can lock himself in. I think Steven Fernberg also needs a win, and he can lock himself in tonight. And I don't think Drew Junkman has won a sprint car race as well. So I think Ty Williams is the only returning winner right now, coming in to try to lock in some points for the season championship. As I thought they were going green. I was like, I knew we were waiting one more. I thought the pace truck was there. Hayden kind of faked me out there as we're waiting to go 1 to green. As always, I'll go over the payouts, or at least first place one more time. I don't want to fib and mess up the rest. This is $500 to the winner of this 12-week season. We are in week 5 here at Lernerville. After 8 weeks and we go into the playoffs, everybody's points reset and become even for the chase format. Also, for anybody watching from that heat, it looks like Ty Williams in that 21 car has been given an EOL penalty for the right rear that was given to Matt Grimm at the beginning, or at the very end of that heat race, going into the first turn of that heat race. For everybody here and kind of wondering what happened with that, Ty Williams was going for a slider at the very end of the heat race going into turn 1 here at Lernerville. Unfortunately, I mean, he got kind of to the point he was in the grass a little bit and ended up getting his right rear into the side of Matt Grimm. Pretty much punted him from the bottom to the top of the track. I'll try to get a replay up for everybody at the end of this race for anybody wondering. I was trying to show it before it happened and the session changed, unfortunately. So I'll get that back up for everybody, but that's going to put Ty Williams to the back. For anybody wondering on the overlay, I use sim racing apps. It's free overlays. Anybody can use them at any time. It was very easy for me to pick up. It will take a lap for everything to register. So we are waiting on that. Looks like Pace Truck is in the infield. Hayden Harvey's going to bring it around, and we're getting ready to go green flag racing. And here we go, green flag racing. Hayden Harvey's going to bring him around. Got a nice little lead coming into turn 1. Matt Grimm in second. Charles New to third in third. I like the way that sounds. Hayden's going to lead him into turn 3 and 4. Nice clean run, nice clean lap. Hayden Harvey is lap 1 leader. Matt Grimm's going to come around in second place. Charles New to third, still sitting in third. Ty Williams making quick work, coming from 6th place, already in 4th. Steven Fernberg is going to round out your top 5 with Drew Junkman sitting in 6th. I don't want to rule him out because I've watched Drew Junkman win multiple, I believe 3 or 4 races already between our divisions this year. We also run UNP modifieds on Wednesdays and pro late models on Thursdays. Both of those are invitation only as well. I would rather have 6 drivers who can drive in a line and actually drive a good or bad track with good competition than 20 idiots. And that's kind of the case with the sprint cars tonight. I want to see some good clean racing, and we've seen a lot of it at the start. Yeah, Max, I agree with you. Hayden is picking up exactly where he left off. Everybody that's familiar with 3PG, Hayden won multiple races last year and was one of the top contenders for the championship, and this is his first race back this year, and it's almost like he never left. Matt Grimm, I tell you what, Matt Grimm has taken the lead here, and he's been talking about it for a long time. He's a fast car, very consistent car, and just seems to get caught up in the wrong situation. He's got a very strong sprint car tonight as he leads him around lap 8 right now of 30. That 91 machine is hooked up. I tell you what, Got that 55 right behind him. I don't know what it is about not having sponsors. I think the less stickers on your car might help with the aerodynamics, because it seems like these two have got it hooked in. Charles New III is going to be sitting in third place as well, with Ty Williams trying to do what he can. It seems like he fell off in that fourth position. I don't know if something happened. He maybe got caught up. As you can see at the top of our track map, Ty right here, he's that purple dot. He's kind of right in the middle of the front three and the last two, so it might have took him a second to kind of get around those last two, get some clean laps and get around them. Going on further behind him is going to be the number 21 machine of Drew Junkman, and further on behind him is going to be the 029 of Steven Fernberg, as we go ahead and bring it back up around to our leader. Matt Grimm still holding a nice consistent lead as we come around to lap 11 of 30. Hayden Spike Harvey is still sitting about 4/10 of a second behind him in second, with Charles New III sitting about a second behind him in third place. It's looking pretty much like some nice clean single file racing. Not much going on anywhere on the track at the moment. If I see hard racing, we'll get switched right to it. Matt Grimm, like I said, just running a very good, clean, consistent race, and that's what you need to do here, especially to get a win. Best thing you can do is not be in the middle of the pack. Don't be in the back to get caught up in anything stupid, and that's just been kind of the thing for, I'm not going to say he's been in the back of the pack, but I've seen him in fourth and third a lot over the course of the past two races, and it seems he just gets caught up in that incident that starts around that position and gets caught up with everybody back to 10th or so. So he's learned from those past, or he's got a really good car tonight, because he's sitting in first place and he is not wanting to turn around. Hayden Spike Harvey is going to be sitting right behind him still in second place. Like I said, this is Hayden's first race back with us at 3PG. He was one of the top contenders in our sprint cars last season, and honestly, he was a huge favorite to even come back and win the championship this season. I know he was involved in a very horrific accident, unfortunately, in real life, which kind of affected his availability, but we are just very happy to see him back in the sprint car, and not just back. I tell you what, guys, he's about 2/3 of a second behind Matt Grimm. You saw him try to attempt to throw that low line slider, kind of see where his car's stacking at, how much speed is he going to lose if he tries to throw it, so he can time it when he gets back up there again. We're sitting at 13 laps to go this time by. And behind him, we haven't talked too much about this car. Charles New the third, sitting in the number 9 car, that Busch Light machine. Like I said, I could use about 12 of those, and it would make my life a lot better as well. So we come around at 12 to go. He's sitting about probably about a second and a half, 2 seconds behind him. I mean, he's got a huge lead over, it looks like Ty Williams and Drew Junkman behind him. As long as he cleans up and does a consistent race, he's going to get the top 3 as well. So it's definitely going to be a good showing for him. I don't know if anybody's going to have anything other than this fight we got here for the front. I don't really want to leave it too much. Everybody looks very spread out at the moment. 10 to go this time by. We got Matt Grimm and Hayden Harvey. Hayden, as you can see, really kind of dived to the right and sent it to the top. As you can see, the speed is there when he does that. Yellow flag is time. Right as we throw the slider, we'll see how that is scored. It looks like that's going to be on the 21 of Drew Junkman. Let's kind of see what happened here. I see him stopped off the track. I'm not exactly sure. So it looks like he went off the track, and I don't think there was any influence involved. We'll take a look real quick. Yeah, it just looks like one of those incidents as we saw in qualifying and in practice, where the wind catches the top fin of your sprint car a little bit weird, and unfortunately that got him off the track. So hopefully there's not much or if any damage to his car, as he's able to get back around and get ready to go racing. I tell you what, if anybody is thankful for that caution, it has got to be Matt Grimm. For anybody wondering why I might be saying that, Matt Grimm, if I can go back to the previous lap, let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick. Matt Grimm is leading the race. Hayden Harvey sends it as high as he can on that top line. And look at the run he gets coming out of the backstretch here. And he throws in the slider in turn 3 and 4. And this about right here, I would say about right here is where that caution came out. So with the caution coming out before a scoring sector, unfortunately, excuse me, unfortunately, Matt Grimm for Hayden Harvey is still going to be your leader. Like I said, I tell you what, Hey, Matt Grimm has to be very, very thankful for that caution coming out. And Hayden has to be, I bet he's aggravated at his wheel just sitting there, just aggravated. Because I understand that was a heck of a move by him. But he's got about 9 more laps. Let's see if he can make it happen. We're green flag racing. Matt Grimm's got a heck of a start there. Hayden Harvey's going to send it back on top. Charles New's going to the bottom. Who's going to get? And Hayden with a heck of a run. Oh my gosh, is he sending it around at turn 3 and 4? He's going to commit to the top. Matt's going bottom. Hayden's gone. Hayden's leading. 7 laps to go. 8 to go. I tell you what, I think the top is the move. I don't know what Hayden found there. I think it was just that lap before that caution came out. We saw him kind of dip to the top going into 1 and 2 and got a heck of a run coming around the backstretch. And he has not left it. He has found a lot of speed. Matt Graham's going to be sitting in that second place position with Charles New the third sitting in third as we take a look at Hayden Harvey leaving our sprint cars around with 6 laps to go. Matt Grimm, I think he's agreed. As you can see, he's running that top line as well. I think there is a lot of speed there. That's where the lines kind of transition. He goes even higher, and I think the speed's even there. The higher you go, but you got to watch going off that track. It's a fine line. Caution comes out with 5 to go. Let's see what happened there. What numbers do I have? It looks like the O. I'm not sure. I apologize. What did we have happen? Oh, there it was. Oh, let me go back. Oh, Mr. Williams, Mr. Ty Williams is going to be who that was on. Let's go ahead and see what happened. Not blaming him for the caution, but it looks like that's what happened on the spin out. Now we got a good camera angle. Go ahead and take a look at him. Apologize for that terribly placed billboard, as you can see. It looks like Ty Williams getting turned around in turn 4 is going to be what brought that out. He's coming around on the low line of turn 3 and 4, and unfortunately it just looks like got a little bit loose. There wasn't really much else other than that. Got a little bit loose on that inside line, spun his tires in that slick. Honestly, great job by both those cars managing to avoid each other. We'll go ahead and get caught back up with our leaders as we get ready with 5 laps to go. So here's where it gets interesting, everybody. For anybody who's just tuning in, Hayden Harvey, Matt Grimm. That has been the story of this race from start to finish. They've been battling it out the whole entire time. Here's where we're caught up to. Over the past 2 cautions, Matt Grimm and Hayden Harvey have gradually discovered the high side is the fastest part of the track by both of them passing each other before said caution. Hayden might be on the inside here. Unless they are going single file with under 5 to green and multiple back-to-back cautions, who is going to make the high or low side work? Hayden is committed to it as of lately. Matt Grimm has committed to it as of recently. Who is going to be the fastest car on the outside? Pace cars in the field. Here we go. Green flag racing. Let's get it. Hayden Harvey's going to lead him around. Holy lead he's got there coming down the front stretch. Matt Grimm's coming around the outside. I predicted it right there. They're both going to hug that top line. Our camera angle's not going to leave this. We're going to sit here all the way until the race concludes. Hayden Harvey's going to lead him around with 3 laps to go, but Matt Grimm's right there. The higher he goes in 3 and 4, there's a lot of speed there, but you got to watch sending it off, and he's got to really watch it here too, because I don't think they're going to be able to make anything work. I don't think sliders are going to be too effective here unless you kind of do that mid slider going into 3 and 4. Holy crap, Hayden kind of shuts the door. Matt Grimm goes on the slider. They're crossing over. They're trying to hold the car. 2 laps to go. They touch as we go into turn 3. Matt Grimm comes around on the outside. White flag gets time by. Was he able to make it work? He holds the outside if he can do it. Hayden's got a lot of speed. Hayden's going to do everything he can. He's coming into 3 and 4. He's going low. Matt Grimm goes off the track. Matt Grimm goes off. Hayden goes low, and Hayden takes the win. Matt Grimm. Holy crap. Let's look at that last lap again for everybody. Take a look at that for, oh, I'm sorry, one more time. Matt Grimm comes around on the slider here. Has it won, almost. Comes around. We come to white flag this time by. Matt's coming around turn 1 and 2, and he has it. Has everything perfect. And it's almost sad. I feel so bad because I was pulling for Matt today. Matt comes around the last turn in 3 and 4. Hayden sends it low, matches, doesn't hold it, and goes off the track, and that's going to be how Hayden Harvey wins this race tonight. First race back with 3 PGs, been gone the whole season, 1 for 1. What a race for Hayden Harvey. Holy crap. Bravo to everybody on that one. Give me about 2 minutes. I'm going to get everybody pulled from Discord, and we're going to do interviews for our top 3 drivers. Let me go ahead and get caught up. I'm sure they're lining up right now. I'm sure they're getting a nice, pretty picture. Yes. Thank you. Alright, I'll be right back, everybody. Let me go ahead and get them. Alright, everybody, we are back here with our top 3 finishers for the Troy's Auto Detailing 360 Sprints here for Lernerville for week 5. Going to start off with our 3rd place finisher, Drew Jonkman. First off, Drew, I tell you what, I don't know where you came from at the end. I was kind of locked into that top 2 battle. How'd you make it up to 3rd? Let's kind of get a play-by-play of those last few laps.
I don't really know. I found the top in 3 and 4 and passed a couple cars, and then Matt died on the last lap, so that was pretty much it.
Yeah, that was an interesting reaction by me, the chat, and kind of all of us to say the least. I genuinely thought Matt finally got a win under his belt here, but man, that top side at Lernerville is brutal. Got any sponsors or anybody you want to thank?
No.
Easy enough. Well, that is Drew, everybody. If you got something you need to do, Drew, you're good to leave.
All right.
Thank you. Second place here, Charles, new to 3rd. Charles, I don't think I've talked to you too much
Mm,
this year. I know you've had, in short, rough luck to say the least. How's it feel to finally get a good finish?
it's good. Definitely good.
Yeah, I know you were. I was watching the Hayden Matt show for the most part, but the other thing we were paying attention to is you were sitting there in 3rd just waiting for kind of a mess up from one of them, like it happened on the last lap, but 4th was not catching you by any means. So, I mean, you had 3rd locked down. You definitely got a lot of speed. Got any sponsors you want to thank?
No, just that track was something else. I was surprised I was able to keep it, but it was unfortunate that Matt was able to go, or that Matt went off the top there at the last part of the race. But still, all around good race for everybody.
Yeah, it was unfortunate as a whole, but you got to take them where you can. And I mean, that was a heck of a race by you, and I'm sure that's going to shoot you up in the points. Be excited to see you next week. That's
Yeah.
Charles New, everybody. And then Hayden. I haven't seen you like 5 weeks. Dominates last season for the most part. Comes back here out of nowhere in week 5. 1 for 1. I know that's got to feel decent.
Oh yeah. No, I took a long break off after that nasty wreck in real life. Knocked me out with the medical issues, but I like to do the disappearing act anyway. Go away for a little bit and when I least expect it, come back and it was textbook. Really couldn't ask for anything better. We had a good race. Probably one of the best cleanest races I've had with any of the M9 guys. So I get props to Matt for that. It sucks he went off the top there. He had that one for definite sure. I tried throwing that bomb on him. He had that top cleared. There was no way I would have found that out. It was just too late.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be, having a conversation about a crossover coming out of 4 and seeing who pulled out the win, because I saw you send it down, and then with his car just cooling off, I can't imagine what your thought was when you saw or heard that. But I Tell you what, just a heck of a race start to finish. You got any sponsors or anybody you want to thank?
Oh yeah, of course I got to thank Vanderpool. I've been on this team going on 4 or 5 years, and I just can't thank him enough for being here. I mean, I got former teammates in second and third, and it's good to be running with them again. But it's I feel proud to be able to say I've stuck with them this long. He's treated me very good and given me a lot of opportunities in real life and on the sim. Of course, him with AAA Designs as well, Bailing Race Products, and Vanderpool Construction. There's a handful of others. I just can't remember them off the top of the head right now. But no, I'm happy to be back. I'm glad I put on a show, and even happier I got the win tonight. Thank you guys for putting it on.
Yeah, heck of a job heck of a job from there. Go ahead and get a hold, whether it's myself, Max, or somebody. We'll get you the exact parameters to make sure you have the points minimum for playoffs. But you've already got the win. You're locked in as far as that aspect. So again, everybody, that's another playoff driver locked in, Hayden Harvey. I'll go ahead and get you guys moved up here in a second, and we will finish up here. All right, that is going to conclude tonight's broadcast. Again, like Max said, Hail Mary Hayden. It's like he never left. Very strong performance from him. Charles New to third. We've been waiting on this speed for a long time. We've known this guy's fast, and it just seems like we can never get everything put together for him. He was able to get everything put together tonight, so we're really happy for him. Drew Junkman, I tell you what, I mean, we saw him in sixth the whole entire time, and he comes out and pulls out third place, so we're really happy for him as well. Other than that, we're back here 1 week from tonight for week 6. Let me go ahead and take a look and see where we are at. Excuse me. 36 points. Week 6, we are at Port Royal Speedway. So I will see you guys 7 days from today for that. As far as what we have for the rest of the week for 3PG, tomorrow we have the Bender Designs UMP Modified starting 1 hour later than tonight. They will be starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Stream will be starting around 10:05 to 10:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can't wait to see everybody there. It's an invite-only league, but you can go ahead and check out the stream down here at Third Party Gaming's YouTube channel. If you guys like what you see, go ahead and shoot us a subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. I'd never ask anybody to pay something, but if you could support us in a free way, if you like what you see and you want to see more of it, go ahead and hit that like or subscribe button. Other